Good evening, Northern Colorado. This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu. My name is Dave and I am Net Control for tonight's Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net. The purpose of this net is to provide a forum for announcements of amateur radio-related events, a meeting time on air to encourage social interaction between club members, and to provide a point of contact for club executive board members. This net may be interrupted at any time for emergency or priority traffic. If you need to use this system for emergency during the net, please say break and give your call sign. We will acknowledge you and suspend the net until you advise that you are clear. Before we begin, is there any emergency or priority traffic? All licensed amateur radio operators with 70-centimeter privileges are encouraged to check into this net. Club membership is encouraged but not required for participation. This net will begin as a directed net and shift into an open-end net. There will be an opportunity for stations with equipment to sell to announce their items. Check-ins are requested for the purposes of counting participation with no checkout required. Once all stations are checked in, Net Control asks the club executive board members if they have any announcements, and then we'll call for announcements from other stations. Please be courteous once the formal part of the net is over and allow for a break for other stations to be a part of the conversation. When checking in, please give your call sign slowly using the ITU phonetic alphabet. This evening we have had 17 early check-ins, including KD0TYU Joe, our president, and KC0ZIE Darren, our treasurer. I will start by checking check-ins from club executive board members. Board members that would wish to check in that have not checked in already, please call.
Good evening, Dave. Here's Kilo India 0, Kilo November, James in Loveland. Good evening, Dave. November 0, Echo, Mike Papa, Greg, Fort Collins, no traffic.
No traffic.
Good evening, all. I got Jerry, James, Greg, and that was it. Did I miss anybody? Hearing none, we will take now to move on to club members. Club members Alpha through Mike, please call.
This is Kilo Echo 0, Oscar X-Ray Victor, Scott in Fort Collins. Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Scott. Good to hear you. Any other check-ins from members Alpha through Mike, please call.
Kilo 0, Echo Victor, via Echolink.
Good evening, Garrick. Any other check-ins will go Alpha through Zulu from member stations, please call. Hearing none, we'll now move on to all stations. Alpha through Mike, who'd like to check into tonight's net, please call.
This is Kilo Echo 0, Papa Tango Echo, KE0PTE, Mike in Fort Collins.
Good evening, Mike. Any other check-ins, all stations, Alpha through Zulu, please call.
November 0, Quebec, Quebec, Quebec. This is Brian, currently northbound on US 85. Home QTH is in Evans.
Good evening, Brian. Any other check-ins, all stations, Alpha through Zulu, please call. Hearing none, we will now move on to announcements. KD0, TYU, Joe, do you have anything for the net tonight?
No, I'm going to let Steve handle that, so no, I'm good to go. Thank you.
Very good. KGEE, Jerry, do you have anything for the net tonight?
Thanks, Dave. No, I don't. Kilo 8. Golf Echo Echo, back to net.
Thank you very much, sir. How about Darren, KC0, ZIE? Do you have anything for the net tonight?
Thanks, Dave. I do have one quick item and wanted to remind those few folks that have not yet renewed for 2018 to get your membership renewals in. Back to you, KC0, ZIE.
Thank you for that, Darren. We'll move on to James, KI0KN. Do you have anything for the net tonight?
Well, I know it's just a complete shocker, but I actually don't have anything additional tonight, Dave. All projects that I discussed at the meeting and published on the report are in progress, and hopefully we'll have some more information on many of them soon. But that's all I have for tonight, so thanks for the opportunity, and thanks for taking that. KI0KN, back to you.
Well, everybody, when you need proof that that happened, go to the YouTube channel, because that was actually recorded, James, with nothing on the agenda. Greg had no traffic for the net, so we will move on to Steve, KD0UJK. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Dave. Final announcement for the Skywarn training and Aries meeting this Saturday, 8:30 at the police building at 2221 South Timberline this Saturday. Starts at 8:30. One more item for this, you do not need to bring your go bags. We will not be going over go bags during the Aries portion of the training. If there are no questions, back to you, Dave.
Thank you very much, Steve. Does anybody have any questions for the board or any questions about any of the announcements? Were there any other stations with additional announcements for the net? Oh, I do have one piece. This coming Monday's TechNet. It sounded like the topic was what was involved with event communications. So tune in this Monday on this repeater at 6 p.m. for the Monday TechNet. They've been pretty good lately. Any other stations that have announcements or questions for the net, please call. Hearing none, we have now reached the gear swap portion of the net. Are there any stations looking for a piece of equipment or stations with equipment to sell? Please call.
N0WIQ with a question.
This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu net control for tonight's Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club Net. N0WIQ, go ahead with your question.
I have something I would sell, but it's not exactly amateur radio equipment, so I was wondering if I could announce that.
Go ahead, Carrie. We're in the gear swap portion.
Okay, of late, the car that my wife used as a commuter when she was working, we're trying to sell. It is a 1992 Saturn sedan in good shape. We just had pass emissions on all that. We have a temporary tag for it, so we'll entertain offers. We're really looking for about $1,000 for it. Back to net.
Is there any questions for Carrie before we move on?
Kilo Fox Zero, Colorado boy.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, anybody looking for a place to get that doesn't have any covenants? It's a free run over there for an amateur radio up on the hill. So give me a holler and I'll pass it on. It's up there by the Big A. Kilo Fox Zero, Colorado boy.
A ham shack or a ham ride? Anybody with any questions, please call. Do any other stations have any topics they'd like to discuss with the net before we close up? This is Whiskey Zero, Delta Delta Zulu. Dave with the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club net. Any late check-ins, questions, comments, or other discussion for the net? This concludes the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club net. Net Control would like to thank each station for their participation. This net will occur next Wednesday at the same time on this repeater. The repeater is now open for general use.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.